This is Herbert Wigwe and his late wife on the left, and on the right is their pastor's wife who just turned 60 years old. Now, before I go into the meat of the matter, I want to say something. As a pastor, you you are emotionally involved in so many things that goes on with the congregation, like your congregants, whatever it is called, the members of your church. Now, people are dragging this woman because number one, they first of all dragged her, the pastor's wife, that she invited Flavor to a church event, that it is wrong to do that. You cannot mix the secular world to the things of God. I understand. And again, she's being dragged for doing an elaborate party, 60th birthday party, when she knew that Ebewigwe is not just a member of their church nationwide, but a member of their branch. Of course, you know that this branch, Ebewigwe, being that he's a member of this church, he's financially a member. Like, there's nothing they do that he does not, contribute to. By the way, for those of you who don't know who Herbert Wigwe is, he is the founder of Access Bank and the owner of Wigwe University in Port Harcourt, and also has so many branches of his investment in about 14 African countries. So he's somebody that is a big name in our continent. But something happened. He flew to the US and he was going somewhere. He used a shopper and he crashed. And now I want to read the new update about his crash that the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau had just released before I go into the pastor's details and what people had to say and why the man has still been trending. So I'll read out the release of the report. Then we'll go further from here. Keep watching, guys. The Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau (NSIB) on Saturday, February 24th, said it received the preliminary report from the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board (NTSB) regarding the helicopter crash that claimed the life of Dr. Herbert Wigwe, former group CEO of Access Holdings. He's already called a former. You see, that is how life is power. Is indeed transient. His wife, son, and two others. The Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection (NSIB), Bimbo Aladeji, made the disclosure in a statement in Lagos. The tragic incident occurred on the 9th of February 2024 involving an Airbus helicopter EC-130B4 in Halloran Springs, California. Initial findings suggest the helicopter suffered catastrophic damage as it caught fire before the crash due to adverse weather conditions. Speaking on the NTSB report, Aladije said the preliminary report on the Airbus helicopter EC-13OB4 registered as N1030CZ and operated by Ebic Air LLB under Part 135 regulations for on-demand flight, outlines crucial details surrounding the tragic incident. Departing from Bob Hope Airport in Burbank, California, the helicopter journeyed to Boulder City Municipal Airport in Nevada via Palm Springs International Airport. However, during this flight, adverse weather conditions characterized by rain and a mix of snow were encountered, as reported by witnesses. Reports from law enforcement and eyewitnesses also indicated that several individuals traveling along Interstate 1 to 15 observed a fireball in the area, prompting calls to emergency services. Subsequently, the wreckage of the helicopter was discovered in the high mountains it happened in the high mountains, the high mountains desert and scrub brush covered terrain near Halloran Springs, California. So it was in a place where they couldn't even help them. That was where this thing happened, in a very, very tight place. So now, why is Ebe Wigwe's wife and the wife of the pastor trending? Let me now say the story. Wigwe, the late chairman of Access Holding, is trending in number one on X because rumor has it that his family wants City of David Parish of Redeemed Christian Church of God to stay off this burial. Reasons for the family's alleged decision is unknown, but netizens also are blaming it on the lavish 60th birthday celebration of Mrs. Siju Olumade, the wife of the pastor of the parish, which took place after Herbert Wigwe, his wife and son, had passed in an helicopter crash in US. According to the City of David Parish, late Wigwe was a very great man in their church who did exploit in the church, including placing its choir on salary, and also adopted a lot of children and partnered with the church on various projects. So now a member of your church who partners on various projects, like a key member of your church like this, dies and you throw a lavish party. Let me say something before I read the comment. Now see, as a pastor, you are first of all the father of the congregation. So God forbid that it was your child or your wife that died, would you have continued with that? So you would see yourself, first of all, you put yourself as the father of Ebe Wigwe, the mother spiritually of that family. So you hold on to that. I don't know what other people's opinion will be. Some people are of the opinion that why did Access Bank continue working? Access Bank has to work because the money is put in the bank is owned by people. It's not owned by Ebe Wigwe himself. I don't know if you understand. Ebe Wigwe has other investments. So the other investments will hold brief, and that is why they decided to do a new acting CEO of the bank, like a new boss of the bank, so that they can still function. Because people will, if you follow Ebe Wigwe's account, if you go to his Instagram page or go to one of these Access Bank online platform, I saw a comment where somebody asked, I hope this man as he dies so no be our money and I won't carry bury him. Are you understanding? So imagine that they shut down all Access Bank platform. In fact, that period, that week he died, Access Bank platforms were not, people were complaining about it. Do you understand? So they cannot, if it is that one, they cannot do anything about it because they had to just make it that people are collecting money, withdrawing, but internally work was not going on as much as it should have gone on a normal day. So now, as a pastor of the branch, and your wife, according to what I heard, she did not just, the birthday was in January, which I'm sure Ebe Wigwe gave them money. The birthday was in January and you kept it in February to celebrate, and 3 people from your branch died. And anyway, let me read comments. Somebody said, you think that birthday party was planned under 1 month? Let's be realistic. Do you think she knew he was going to pass a week before her birthday? What happens to vendors booked? Mind you, it's not as if they are related by blood or direct kin, kind of. Be realistic. Really, once you are called a child of God, you are related by blood. There are times things happen to you. It's your church members that, except you are not a full member or a serious member of your church, it's your church members that you call first. I've seen cases where my husband, something happened, my husband, our church members knew before my husband's brothers. And in some cases, my husband's brothers don't even get to hear. So your blood, Christ died and brought us salvation. So we are related by blood. Don't say it's until it's biological. Why didn't Access Bank stop operation because Wigwe died? No be them rush choose another CEO. That's because na church now pre-go stand birthday that was planned for months. Una try now, make una go and sit down. I beg. Okay, now they are saying that these people should go and sit down. The Access Bank, how many members of staff go to work? Have you asked yourself that? They just want to work because people need their money to transact business. I don't know if you understand. And that is why the woman that was selected is on acting capacity. Another person said something that really stood out. She said, even though she's dressed like people of the world, she said the truth. She said, truth be told, they were not supposed to go on with the birthday if they really did
that even if they had not, they would have postponed the birthday. Another person said something that was really nice. She said, mind you, this pastor's birthday had been celebrated in January, which was her real birth date. All the charades, all the charades were unnecessary show off of vanity. I think the family made the wise decision. You see, the family stopped them from coming. People are saying it's a wise decision. Why would she do that? See, as much as you can as a pastor, try not to get into this kind of thing. No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. If it was even one person that died, somebody will understand. You can postpone that birthday and say, okay, say to call your vendors. Because no vendor will say they bought chicken for a month and kept. Call your vendors and say, see, you see what has happened. Of course, it's a national, is on the public domain. We cannot continue with this birthday. We'll give you a date. It makes more sense. If possible, add some money to the vendors if prices are skyrocketing. And you did a lavish birthday, not even that you changed it to make it, you made it such that flavor even came. And people are condemning it. She started trending, this pastor's wife started trending on the basis of she inviting flavor to play at her event. People are like, how can you invite a secular music person to come into the church to play? See, as church people, we need to be very careful with what we do, because it is going to tell a lot on our this thing. So now they have asked the church not to come. This is Wigwe that gives church so much money. I think it's unfair.